Hi JC, you are back. Hello, and so am I. My computer, for some reason, just stopped working. Yes, December Winter Wolf. No worries. Welcome back. I hope my audio is better now. To me, it sounds like it is better. Hi, 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 hi. You know, that reminds me, it's so random. And thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome. Feel free to say hi. That reminds me when I had my iPod and I discovered that I could have like a little computer voice that spoke to me and read like the song titles out loud. So, um, I created some voice memos and then gave them weird names and imported them into the iPod. And one of them was called Hi, like something like that. And the way the iPod read it was hi. And when you're like around like 12 years old and you have nothing else going on, you find anything funny. I guess I was like amused by really really plain boring stuff. Absurd stuff. You have a question. Do you have black striped socks? No, I don't, unfortunately. The audio is absolutely better now. Good. It's way better. Before it was all like cutting off. Yeah. Hi Murphy, how's it going? Sounds like a Tomodachi Life kind of error. Actually, I don't know if it does, but I will take your word for it. I think another way the computer read out loud the voice memos when I said like yeah, like the word yeah, but with a lot of H's in the back, and it read it as like yeah, H. I'm just like so interested in seeing how the computer will interpret things. And I can't speak. I actually bought the Animal Jam soundtrack, like the very first album that they came out with. And one of the songs is called Geckos, right? I think the iPod mispronounced it as like Geckos or something. I don't know. Just I was just like blown away by how weird the pronunciations of all this stuff were. And like I said, when you're 12 years old and you're literally having the most boring life in the world, I'm pretty sure anything is funny at that point. Ooh, you need to be number one. Yes, compete everybody. Just kidding. Do whatever you like. But I don't really know how they score like the top fans kind of thing, but yeah. The iPod thing with the yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Tomodachi Life is though. When's the next giveaway? I'm doing it at 200. Yeah, Geckos. Does it rest? Wait, what do you mean? Geckos. One. It's XP you get from typing. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the more active you are, the more you get scored, like higher, but it just changes like every few seconds. So I don't really know like how you like maintain number one once you get number one. Like sometimes I've like reached like the top three and I was like, I barely even talk though. What do you mean? Tomodachi Life is a 3DS game where Mii's get personalities and interact. It's like The Sims, but the Mii's actually talk to each other on their own, have lives. That's interesting. I haven't played The Sims before either, so I'm not super familiar. My computer is overheating. I think maybe the reason why my previous stream crashed was because it was getting too hot. Like the computer was getting too hot and it started slowing everything down. Yeah, I guess you would have to keep typing. I don't really know how it works, so it's a 2014-ish game. The voiceover AI is a bit hit or miss sometimes. I get that, yeah. It's probably a lot better now. But it's been 3 seconds. Yeah, you've been typing pretty actively. I don't really know why it doesn't suddenly change your ranking. I guess you're welcome to use my chat to experiment with this. Yes, Sloiter. Do you have a Discord I can join? Multiple people have been asking this, and my answer right now is I do not have a server at the moment. But some people have been offering to help me create one, so I'll see if I want to do it or not. It just the thing is I'm not really sure how active I'm going to be on the server. I'm already not very active on Animal Jam anymore, so we'll see. Especially because I need to go get a job. I'm not always going to be, I guess, doing long streams like this one where I just sit here. But yeah. Do I plan on making one? Maybe. That's my answer. Maybe. So that means I don't know if I will, but I'm not ruling out the possibility. Also, I actually figured out what my problem with my code was. I had to look it up, but I wrote the condition a little bit incorrectly. Like, I joined the wrong thing together and then it just caused the whole logic to come out wrong. So 2 hour streams is enough, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want to do more than that. It's probably gonna be too much for me too. Is this my first stream? No, I have done. Yeah, I guess my title doesn't really say how many streams I've done because I was just writing that as a joke because I had to start over like for the third time. Um, I think this is my 35th. Yeah, it's like my 35th or 36th if you count the glitchy one. Yeah, I've had a little bit of issue today with my streams, but maybe how many days I have streamed for? It's about 35. So that's what the issue was. Yes, I had my computer crashed on me and caused my stream to crash too. So I was like, I will just start over. And it might be because my computer was getting too hot, so it just stopped processing anything. So I'm not entirely new to streaming, but I am still pretty new because I guess when you're like still like in like the first few hundred people who are watching it, you're still pretty new. And I keep going to places that nobody's in for the most part. Why is that? Well, that's a little bit better, maybe not. This looks much better. Let's do this one. Oh wait, December Winterwolf, you were talking about my code. I was like, what are you responding to? And I was like, it was probably about my stream crashing, but then I realized you probably meant my coding question. Well, anyway, it's fixed now, so I'm still learning SQL, so there is a pretty good chance I'm going to mix something up and use the wrong, like, write everything in the wrong order, so that's kind of more so what happened. Conceptually, though, I was very close, which was good. Do I have any holiday sweaters? Um, I don't know if I have any available that I would be willing to give out, but hmm. I have a red one if you want that one. What was your username again? Just so I don't. I think it was. Wasn't it like Fuzzy Lover or something? Digging for gold. Welcome back. How's it going? It's alright. There's a considerable amount of lag between comments being sent and you reading on the stream. But I mean, we were talking about my stream crashing, so that was a problem, right? But then I was also talking about my code, which was a different problem. So I was like, wait, which problem are we talking about? Can I trade for a fashionable one? I don't think I have a fashionable one. Or oh, actually I do. What would you trade though? I don't know why when I searched it up it didn't show up. Also, they tend to come back around February in case you wanted to wait that long, but a lot of people don't want to wait, so. Or I would assume that people don't want to wait. I have a friend who like does not want to wait until seasonal items come back. I'm someone who does wait though for some reason. It's so good. You got off work early? That's fantastic. I love your enthusiasm. The fashionable ones? Yeah, the you're talking about the pink holiday sweater, right? That's called the fashionable holiday sweater or something like that. I think those are seasonal items that come back every February. They do go up quite a bit in worth though when they're not in stores for some reason. I think that's what you were talking about. I'm not sure though. Would you want me to show you like which sweater I mean? Work was so slow today, very empty. Oh no. Well, it's good that you were able to leave early though. Then you can do whatever you want now. Yay. I guess in the meanwhile, let me see. I'm still trying to get a job myself. Let's see. I'm gonna try to solve another question. I still don't know how to solve SQL questions what's the right word? Proficiently or fluently or flawlessly, efficiently, maybe all of those things. I still need to work on it. You know, right? You're free. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, I remember my like most recent job, when it was like a busy night, it would be, I mean, you like getting paid and you like getting experience and all that, but you know, it's late at night and when the, customer line is like busier than usual, it can be kind of relieving to leave early and then be able to go to sleep because I was working at night, so it you would have I had trouble falling asleep after work for some reason. I was like way too overstimulated. How was your interview for your internship? Oh yeah, so I did that on Friday, right? Um, I think it was okay. I I'm not sure how well I did during it. I think I was a little caught off guard because I think the person who was interviewing me, well, they were younger than me first of all, like still in school, so I wasn't sure like whether they were like officially employed in like the company or if they were like an intern who was assigned to be a recruiter for like work experience. So that was a little bit unusual, but I guess it was a bit more informal, so in that sense it was okay. I think I remember like I forgot who said this, but like in one of my previous streams, like somebody was like saying that it's kind of hard to like sell yourself when you know you kind of have to like I guess make it super self-centered, like something along the lines of that. And I think I sort of felt like that on Friday for some reason. But um yeah, that happens though. You usually do the opening shift. Oh, still in school? Wow, I know. Why are we talking in caps? I think Digging for Gold likes to talk in caps to really emphasize things with enthusiasm. But yeah, I had an interview on Friday. Hi, Fleb, welcome back. Pardon your caps. No worries. I'm okay with your caps. That was oh yeah, that was you, right? Yeah, I was like it was somebody from like yesterday probably. For fear of yeah, exactly. For fear of floating and sweeping things under the rug. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was you. I was just like I probably it was probably you or somebody else who was on the stream yesterday, but I don't want to say the wrong username because then I would look strange. But yeah. I think I just kind of felt the same way on Friday. But hey, I mean, I did the interview though, so whatever outcome comes out of it though, I mean, it's at the end of the day good practice and a good step forward, right? So that's the way I will see it. Oh yes, marketing and selling yourself and all. I think yeah, well, I think it's easier for me though to do it when I get to write down my answers and kind of like send like an email or like a cover letter. I think when it comes to doing it like in person, I'm a little bit less sure about it because I guess it just feels weird like, it's kind of like a one-sided conversation where I mean, that's what it's supposed to be like for the most part in an interview. They're asking you the questions and you have to answer them. But I guess I just feel like it's unnatural to do that. Like it's better if we were like if it was a little bit more informal and it just doesn't feel like that a lot of times. Also, I've kind of noticed when I'm skeptical about if I'm going to get a job or not, I think sometimes it kind of shows in the way I talk, which I need to really work on that. I need to pretend that the job is already mine. Ooh, I think you mean, I'm not sure what that's referring to, but I did an interview on Friday, so it's about something that happened to me, but it could be something else you're talking about. You were at work yesterday and couldn't make it to your stream. Oh no, it's okay. I appreciate that you wanted to come though. I mean, once I get a job, I don't know exactly how my streaming schedule is going to look, but I mean, while I don't have one, it's I'm free to do whatever I want, so here I am. Oh, there's nothing. Uh, let's try over here. My computer is still really hot. Wow. I should have charged this before streaming, I guess. Oh, thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome. Feel free to say hi. We are two away from our next giveaway, and it's almost 200, which is really cool. Lots of people here, so thank you so much. Why wouldn't you want to come to my streams? You love the Yap sessions. Thank you. I like them too. To be honest, I haven't really been socializing that much with my friends right now, and it's kind of because I need some time to myself. But then you kind of eliminate like the socializing aspect of it, and it can be good to do sometimes. So it's good that the streams are kind of another way to do it, and I get to meet new people too, which is always nice. Meeting new people is very nice, and we have things in common too. We are looking for jobs, or we are computer science students, or if none of those things, we are both Animal Jam players. So that's we have things in common. Oh, thank you so much for the kissing face emoji. That's very nice. I've been streaming for a while today, actually. Let's see. Do we want to listen to Slow Eater try to solve another leak code problem? I kind of failed the last one because I made a mistake, so we're gonna try again. Real more heart, so thank you. Oh wait, I already solved this one. Why did I go back to it? Oh, it didn't check it off as completed, that's why. Okay. This one is supposed to be easy, says Leak Code. Okay, let's try this one. Says there's a table called students. There's a student ID and a student name. There's two attributes in there. Thank you for the good luck. I hope I solve this one this time. I'll pretend you guys are recruiting me for your job, and I will pretend I'm explaining my thoughts out loud. um, Student ID is the primary key. Okay. Each row of this table contains all that information. Okay, there's a table called subjects with subject name and a table called examination. So this one looks harder already because there's three tables. There's no primary key for this table, so it may contain duplicates. Fantastic. Each student from the students table takes every course from the subjects table. Okay, so they all have the same school schedule. That's fun. Each row of this table indicates that a student with student ID, attended the exam of subject name. So that must mean if they're not in the table, they skip their exam, which is no good. Write a solution to find the number of times each student attended each exam. Okay, I'm already stuck just from looking at that. Okay, we're gonna try it though. If I cannot solve it, I will have to look up the answer and learn, but this is about you need to practice not looking at answers first. So if anyone knows SQL, perhaps you will understand what I'm saying here. So select, you need to start with select, and then um, I probably want to see what it looks like first. So select star from students, join, subjects, join, examinations, maybe. Actually, wait, I don't know if that... Because the problem is if I do that, then it's going to match every single row of every single table to each other and make all the possible combinations, and that's probably not going to work, actually. Oh, thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome. Feel free to say hi. We are one away from a giveaway, which is amazing, and while we're waiting around, Slow Eater is going to solve a leak code problem in SQL. If you're not a computer science student, what I just said was I am practicing a technical interview problem in a language called SQL, which works with tables of data, databases. And I already do not know what I'm doing, but that's the whole point. I'm supposed to practice, so we're going to practice. I actually think what I should do instead of trying to join them at once is I want to see what the tables have. Actually, wait, they already gave me an example. Never mind. Chomkin, hello. Let's see, so the students table, subjects table, and examinations table. Okay. So I see a connection between... Well, actually, they all are taking the same classes, so... Oh, that's why they have duplicates. That's a really strange way to organize things, but sure. Yes, hello. How's it going? This already looks confusing. Oh, I see. Write a solution to find the number of times each student attended each exam. Okay, wait. I might know how to do this then. Let me see. So, select... Like, I have, like, an idea of what tools they're asking for, but it's about, like, how to write it out, which... That part I might have forgotten. Yes, hello, Chompy. You guys know each other. Very cool. Okay. Watch me struggle. Or rather, you're gonna listen to it because you can't see my screen. I'm doing this on my tablet. Select. Um, I'm already stuck. Some of. Oh dear. Ex examinations dot. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't do it. Okay, I have to think about this. I need to go to sleep. Okay, well, have a good sleep. Good luck solving that problem. Oh, thank you. I will figure it out. Or if I don't figure it out, I'm gonna look up the answer, but I'm gonna figure it out, like how logically it works. I hope you get to 200. Thank you. Good night. Have a good sleep. You got this, Slow. Thank you. I will keep trying. Select some examinations. It's a good thing this is not a real interview. I would freeze up. I have a few I have like bits and pieces of like the answer, but I still need to work on how to write them in the correct order because that's the confusing part about this language. It's like a lot of like nested statements inside of a statement. If anyone has seen Jimmy Neutron, I compared this to if you know that episode where I think like Cindy and Jimmy's brains are switched. There's like this moment where they're trying to give them their memories back and then they can't figure out which person this memory goes to, which is called extreme dislike of girls who dislike boys who dislike girls who dislike show-offy boys, like something like that. That's what sequel feels like to me. It still feels like it. Yes, good night, December. You're still here, but you don't like typing. That's okay. I usually don't type very much either when streaming. You're all good. Jimmy Neutron, I know. Do you know the episode I'm talking about? Oh, and thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome. It is time for a giveaway. So, for anyone who is just listening in the background, feel free to type now. Show yourselves. There's no keywords, so just type in whatever you want. If you've been active for the last 10 minutes, you should be fine. Extreme dislike of girls who dislike boys who dislike girls. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's exactly what this feels like. Hi Julia, how's it going? Yay, congrats on 200. Thank you. It is your first time watching, Julia. Well, welcome. Hello. Hi Miffy again. Actually I was trying to send this clip to like that a video clip of that exact Jimmy Neutron scene to a friend like near midnight in my apartment when I was living on campus in college like 2 years ago. And my volume was all the way up, so my roommate got to hear for a moment extreme dislike of boys who dislike, and I turned it down really fast. I'm sure, that was a very interesting few moments of being woken up from your sleep. It's a really great thing. Yes, welcome. Hello. 2 years later, I still have the same feeling about this exact thing. At midnight, whoops. Yeah, I know. There's other times where I've really, had some interesting things happen. I remember when I would stay awake the whole night and then go to sleep when the sun was up. I don't think that's a really uncommon thing, but I just distinctly remember doing that around the same time that I sent that video. That happens to me all the time, just not with Jimmy Neutron. Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about like your volume is up too high, or is it about the things feel just as confusing as that extreme dislike of boys who dislike girls kind of thing? I don't know what you're answering, so I don't know. Okay, I think I'm gonna roll right now. Jumpkin, congratulations. What is your username? The phone volume, okay. I mean, valid. Beginner luck, yeah. Beginner's luck is always good. Well, any kind of luck is good. Yeah, congratulations. Just Chomkin, okay. And yeah, thank you so much for 200 people, everyone. That's really nice. I'm gonna give out the last few of my spiked wrists first, and then we're gonna go through some other prizes. So I'm gonna give you a random spiked wrist. Give you this one. Congratulations. I guess I don't really do like milestone kind of prizes so much. I just kind of like give out things. on a random basis right now, but I wanted to start with my spiked wrists for the most part right now. So we have a few more. Should I go back to my coding problem now? Did I turn the window back on? Yes, okay. Wait, no, I keep freaking putting that back in there. Or I'm putting the wrong advertisement in there, and that's the second time I've done it today. That's so perfect. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. So select some examinations dot. Yeah, to see the thing is I don't know if this is gonna work. That's why I'm getting confused. Okay, maybe what I'm gonna do is hmm. I think I need to use group by. You're welcome. Enjoy your prize. I cannot advertise anymore. Yes, congratulations. Very cool. Group by. Oh, I'm so close. Like, I feel like I know the answer and it's right there, but it's like, but I'm stuck. Let me see. Let's try this. Examinations dot student ID, comma, count, star, from. Wait, do I have to use as first or from? Yeah, the silly emoji. That's nice. As attended exams from. Oh my goodness. Examinations. I'm gonna try running this and seeing what happens if I do that. If the syntax will be correct or not. Wrong answer. It says output student ID. Oh wait. Okay, wait. 3 plus 2, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. I got somewhere. This is good. Maybe at some point, it'd be so funny if I like solved the problem in front of you, like on the stream, like while I'm advertising an Animal Jam. I don't know how I would do that with like two different windows, but you can just hear me talk out loud about it for now. I got somewhere. So they said in this question that I needed to display how many exams each student took, and instead of doing that, I said how many total exams were taken by all of the students, which is not bad. It's a good start. That means I did something correct, but it's still wrong. So I think it's because I forgot to say something called group by, which means you would do it based on student ID. Let's try this. Wait, that would be so cool to see it? Really? Okay, well, I would have to see how I would do it. I don't think I can do it right now because I'm on a different device. Uh, but that would be fun, right? In our talking, like just sitting here and talking about life kind of things. Slow Eater shows you how to write code. We can solve puzzles together and learn how to program. I'll think about it. I think that might be fun. Oh, I didn't know there was a plushie over here. That was very random. I just like randomly saw this right here. Did the news update or something? Or has that been there? That's very interesting. I just noticed that. Okay, I tried adding in something else and now the output is very different. It says student 1 took 6 exams, but that's wrong because it didn't say which subject you're doing. Oh, that has been. Do you have the Greeley one? Oh, I didn't know that. Good to know. I think I have the Greeley one already too. They released that plushie like a while ago, but I just didn't know that they put them back. You know, as a fun fact for anyone who's new, I was a tutor when I was in college, and I taught computer science concepts to students. Technically, if I wanted to, I could do a lesson on some really basic concepts. The more advanced ones, I'm still really bad at them, so I don't trust myself to teach anything, but things like if statements and loops and I don't know, making a list in Python, I can do that. And I have a fundamental understanding of recursion. I mean, I'm not very good at recursion, but I can explain it though, I think. I like barely figured out like enough recursion to be able to teach it in tutoring, like when I was in my tutoring job. I don't know how that happened. For anyone who does not know what recursion is, it is not an easy concept in computer science. It's actually very confusing. Um, and I don't know, I don't like recursion that much. It can be kind of fun to explain once you understand how it works, but it's not really like I just, there's probably different ways I can go around making a program than having to worry about recursion. Recursion is a headache depending what problem you have to solve. Yeah, exactly. When it comes to data structures and algorithms, that's the part about it that's not fun. It's necessary in order to solve those problems, but they're hard. Now, if it's something more like calculating the factorial or the Fibonacci sequence of some numbers, then those are easier, but it gets more complicated than that. You get the concept, but give me a problem and mind goes blank. No, me too. I need to practice. I mean, I don't know if I really want to have a job that involves recursion so much, but I've been starting to think about it. Like, if I'm unemployed and I have all this time on my hands, it probably wouldn't hurt for me to become a little bit more comfortable programming with these concepts, even if I don't want to use them in my job, like at the end of the day. I just need something to improve my confidence, and maybe if I learn how to solve harder problems, or at least get a little bit closer to it, maybe that will help me at this time. I'm thinking about it. Because I can't just sit here. That's why I'm practicing SQL questions, because I don't know SQL, and I am pretty sure it's the reason why I failed at least one interview already that I almost got. So, or I almost passed. So, we're gonna work on that now so that that doesn't happen again. We're gonna get a job this time. Actually, that'd be so fun. If I figured out how to like create like a whiteboard kind of thing on my stream, and then everyone who doesn't know what recursion is like can watch me explain what recursion is as best as I can. That might be really fun. Then I'll teach you a little bit about computer science. Wow. We'll see though. I need to like work on if I can share other windows than just my Animal Jam window. SQL learning session. Wow, I know. I was talking more so about Python for like recursion. I don't know if SQL even does recursion, but I'm learning SQL right now, so I don't know how to teach it to people. I'm trying to learn how to do it. That means I have mastered it. That's what people say. If you're able to teach something to people, that means you learn it. Anyway, let me see what I was doing wrong over here. Examination student ID. Okay, so I was closer because I grouped every exam that someone took and added the total of it, but I need to do it per subject as well, which makes it a little bit harder. But I'm actually really close. So then that's examinations dot subject. Wait, no. No, no, no. Let's see, if I do this one, would that work? Do you have any free sites or resources you could recommend for SQL? That's a good question because I'm still trying to figure out if there is anything. I mean, I'm using LeetCode right now. That one is probably like a very immediate like answer is like just go on LeetCode and find a problem. But um, I did go on Khan Academy actually very recently because I kind of thought that would help me at least get like a head start. And it sort of did. It taught like a few like simple concepts that I am now using in LeetCode. And Khan Academy also has that really nice like it's really well organized, and when you complete like a section it gives you like some points, and that is kind of like when you're playing a video game and you feel the achievement kind of feeling. So that might be a good place to start. That's what I'm doing. But I've heard of like other resources, like I think there's something called SQL Zoo. I might try that one next. Um, I actually got an advertisement yesterday for a Coursera data analytics certificate, so I might want to look into that too, but I don't want to really spend too much money, so this is about finding something that's free. But those are the things I'm looking into right now. Maybe that will help you too. Excuse me. Also, if you've heard of CodePath, I don't know if they teach SQL in particular in any of their courses, but they are free. So if you apply for them, you can learn how to prepare for technical interviews, and you can also learn some Kotlin, some web development, cybersecurity concepts. And then I guess if you have it, you can also learn how to make an iOS app or something. But SQL pseudo, what do you mean? Oh, I think you meant SQL Zoo. In Khan Academy, we trust. You don't have too much though. Let's just say that. So it probably won't be enough. But I've been using those things alone, like the concepts that they taught in their really short course alone to try some of these leak code problems. So it's a good starting point for me at least that I kind of just did that. I feel like leak code is probably going to help me more than anything though because they kind of have like a set of problems that are expected in interviews. And honestly, I'm going to forget how to solve most of them already, so like I can just redo them. So it should be fine for a while. In your first year, we learned a bit of in your databases module, but I really forgot it. I forgot everything too. I did take a SQL class in college, but I did really bad in it. So this time I'm trying to actually learn it. Hmm. Wow, that is very interesting. This was the wrong output. It wasn't entirely wrong though, actually. It gave me the correct information back for one of the students, but the other student's information is wrong. Should probably see how it's being grouped actually. So examinations dot um subject name maybe? I also need to join the tables. I didn't do that yet. Leak code scares me, but you'll have to use it at some point. Me too. I don't really enjoy using leak code, but I feel like the more I stick with it, the less intimidating it's gonna get. You think you'll just use it for SQL and data stuff though? Yeah, especially if you don't want to do software engineering. You don't really need to look at the data structures and algorithms stuff, which I kind of feel like is more so the intimidating part. I mean, SQL is just if you, it's more like you just need to understand like the syntax. I think at least that's what I feel like so far, and then you'll probably be fine. But I got a runtime error, so this was obviously wrong. I guess I'm gonna do join. I'm gonna try to join the tables, but this may not do super well. Join students, join subjects. That's basically me, I know. I never thought this would be happening to me, but like as a new grad, like I've been like reading like Reddit posts in like the past 48 hours wondering if I'm making the right choice or not, but we have to do what we have to do. Do you like coding or no? It depends. I'm not really into data structures and algorithms, so I really don't think software engineering is going to be a good field for me, but we'll see about that. But it's more so like I prefer coding under like a more web development kind of environment. So like making websites would interest me, or maybe making an app. I've been trying to see if I can learn Kotlin so I can get familiar with that. And then SQL so I can work with data. APIs, I should learn how to do that as well. So that kind of stuff. So I'm okay with coding, but it's not like I don't like data structures and algorithms though. So not that kind of code. Do you like coding? Oh, me too? Okay. Yeah, it's not for everyone. And I just really I can't imagine doing that for the rest of my life. I'd probably want to change careers. Web development is fun. You don't have much experience, but you love the creative side of it. Yeah, it's good. I have been studying it for a few months now with like some classes I took. So it reached a point where I was able to redesign my website without a website builder, which is good. I don't need to pay for um, a portfolio website anymore either if I keep working on my current website and all that. And I think that would be nice, but it did take some time. And it's nice to have the creativity kind of side of it too. As someone who's also an artist, I think it's a very nice combination of technology and art. Yeah, your mind goes blank with those. I feel that. I think it really more so just irritates me. I just don't like the fact that we just don't really get the choice about whether we want to study it or not. And then if you're someone who doesn't want to, then you feel that pressure of like you have to like it though because you will not make money if you don't or something. And I'm like, no. I was actually thinking about this again today. I was like driving to my voice lesson. I was like, you do realize that despite like your peers getting like software engineering jobs, and that was kind of like their accomplishment in their like early 20s or something, some of the things that you have achieved that are not that, they can't achieve. So I'm not like fairly comparing myself to other people because like we have like our different strengths and achievements, and why am I getting annoyed about someone else's accomplishments when that's what they invested their time into, and I invested my time into something else which is also very impressive. My achievements are a little bit more like focused on interacting with people, I guess, or at least like the experience I've gotten, the projects I've done. It's a little bit more focused on like interacting with people and content creation and art. So it's kind of like, what am I comparing myself to here then? It's dreadful. I know, feeling so intimidated by every little bit of peer pressure to be a software engineer. Also, Reddit is not always the best place to visit when it comes to talking about the job market. It's a mess in there. So, if I was trying to take a social media break, perhaps that's the place I should take the break from. Just some food for thought. Yeah, yeah, another thing is like if you're not really motivated to put in the time for coding or you just don't like it, like it's not really the time to learn it. There's other things to focus on. I never thought that I would be here teaching myself SQL because I thought I wouldn't want to, but I've started to change my mind and it just took some time for me to get to that point. So that's okay. Yeah, algebra and calculus. Those are interesting subjects too. I have not done either of those in a while. Let's see, where was I stuck again? It says the wrong answer. Oh no. Huh. I think that was definitely the wrong answer. Okay. I was closer before. This must not be an easy question. It says it's easy, but when I'm a beginner, it's not easy. I almost want to say that this might be the time where I need to look at the answer, but I feel like I'm giving up too quickly. Let's see where life takes us. Exactly. I'm still trying to remind myself it's too early to panic. Same to you. I mean, you have a year left of college, and I definitely remember like just a year ago from now, I was like feeling the same way about it. Like I'm running out of time. I must do something about it. But I mean, I made progress anyway, so it's been fine. Everything has been fine. But I don't know how to solve this problem though. I think I did not join these things correctly. It was closer to first with the first answer I had. Let's try this. Examinations dot subject name. Thank you for the comfort, of course. I know you will be fine too. You will succeed. Thank you. Same to you. I mean that sincerely. I mean, I've had like plenty of times where I've been like, I will never figure this out, and I did. So it's like my little overthinking brain needs to stop talking sometimes. Yes, we both will figure it out. I'm sure of it. Yes, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out that I need to practice. It's totally okay that I need to practice. Did I run this yet? I don't think I did. We're gonna try it. Wrong answer. Oh no, what's wrong now? Huh, well, it got the first student correct. The second one's wrong, though. Huh. That's very interesting. It's skipping over some results that it should have output. Otherwise, though, everything I see here is correct. That's very interesting. Oh, it's out of order, too. That's so weird. Like, it, like, randomly, like, fetches data from here. Order by student dot, um, wait, examinations dot student ID ascending? I'm gonna try that one. Still wrong. Okay, what's wrong now? Oh, that's better. Okay, now the IDs are in the correct order. That's a good thing. Okay. Oh, this is bringing back memories when I was a tutor and I was helping students solve problems. We just keep rerunning the code and seeing what happened after we changed something. Good old days. Looking back on it, I wonder if I had tried harder in like my data structures and algorithms classes, like literally gave everything else up to just do those classes, would I have become a tutor for those two? Don't know. I'm sure it would have been possible, but it's just more of did I want to do it or not. So instead of doing that, I helped with the fundamental Python classes for mostly first year students. Wait, what website were you using right now if you already mentioned it? I'm on LeetCode right now, and I'm solving problem 1280 students and examinations. It's a SQL question if you want to look it up. I am partially correct on my output, but it's slightly wrong for some reason. Now, I need to join one of the tables here, but I don't know whether I should join it like earlier in the statement or after everything. I think I first thing I want to try is after. That doesn't seem right. Oh, maybe it is right. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This doesn't seem wrong though, so far. I'm gonna try this one. Oops, I forgot the comma. You're doing math homework right now. Oh, very good. We're so productive. You're doing math homework. I'm doing coding question. What a great study session. What is your least favorite programming language? Mine is C++. Uh, um, what a great question. Which one is worse? I think if you had asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said MIPS assembly language, which is a whole bunch of like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get the syntax right, but it's something like this. I'm gonna type it in the chat for you. I might be forgetting like a comma somewhere, but I don't really care to check my facts right now. Uh, Something like you add two registers together and they're returned to a third register. Something like that. Like, yuck. But then I took a class where I had to use C, and I was like, never mind. I've also worked with some really strange languages too, like Lisp, and I forgot what the other one was called. What's it called? Yeah, I don't remember, but assembly. You know what I'm talking about. You hate that too. I had to repeat that class. It it was easier the second time, and honestly, I didn't dislike the language as much once I understood it better, but I still was like, why is this even necessary to do? You know, it's just so confusing. You did some coursework with that in your first year computer systems. I got it. I did it in my third year and I failed it and had to repeat it. So I waited like until the next year to do it. But yeah, real. I know. I barely remember what I learned at this point. Then I learned how to write C in C, and I had to learn how to work with memory and with what's that called? Something about forking, and then it creates children, and you have to um when you're terminating everything, you have to terminate the children and then terminate the parents, and there can be a deadlock or something. I don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully you know what I mean. Like I didn't understand any of that, so I think it shows. You've never coded in C, but that's also disgusting too, probably. I didn't like it that much. I didn't understand what was going on. I literally only took that class because I was forced to. And I somehow passed, but I regret everything. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., sitting in that lab 5 days a week. And the queue was so bad that I would put my name into the queue because they had like a computer where you enter your name into the queue, and I just entered it and went to work for an hour and then came back and then it was my turn. Very nice, really. Such a hard class. And I forgot everything, so there you go. So useless. Never will hopefully see it again. Look, I'm actually willing to come back to data structures and algorithms maybe in my own time to just get better at learning that stuff, but coding in C for that kind of stuff, no. That's the first and last time that I'm willing to work with that. I can't stand it. I think with data structures and algorithms, at least it's more like recognizing patterns. That's really the thing that would block you from making any further progress, but I don't know. I think my life is too short for me to want to spend my time learning C. Same with C++. I feel like C++ was a little easier for me, but I'm not sure. It's not really that easy though. You have to work with memory leaks and those are not fun. To add the cherry on top, oh, you're so traumatized from operating systems. To add the cherry on top, our lecturer was horrible at explaining. That's just great. Operating systems, yikes. Look, I wish that I loved that stuff because I'm sure I would get paid really well if I put up with it, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm sorry, I can't. I need to be a completely different person for that to even be something that would happen. Oh yes, so it says I have a syntax error because I forgot the comma. The comma back. Runtime error. Uh-oh. I am still stuck. Okay. I'm so close to what am I doing wrong? So close. Huh. I think I did my join statement wrong. That might be why. On students.studentid equals examinations.studentid. Probably will not work, but I'm going to try it. Still have a runtime error. What? Check the manual that corresponds to your version. For the right syntax to use near from examinations, group by examinations, student ID, examination subject name. What? Huh. That's very interesting. I'm so close to looking up the answer. I really don't want to, but I don't understand what's going on. Mm. What am I doing wrong? The heck? Seems like the problem is something to do with my join statement because everything else is kind of okay. Oh my goodness. You have a runtime error. A runtime error on what? Also, I don't know if it's because I've been submitting too much and maybe LeetCode is not letting me do it anymore. Oh, never mind. I fixed that part. Okay, so I'm back to square one. Okay. So my problem is how do I join the tables? I don't know how to join the tables. And it's skipping some stuff too, which isn't good. Hmm. That's weird. Okay, I think this might be, I've spent enough time on this and it's time to see what I'm doing wrong. Because I know I'm not figuring out how to join this correctly, so it's probably best to just see what, if I was correct so far though. Okay, I typed in the answer. We're gonna see what's wrong. It says, uh, this only includes students who actually attended exams. It excludes students who didn't attend a subject at all, which violates the problem requirement. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you to whoever just subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome. Feel free to say hi. I am doing a accidental study session with everyone. You're gonna dip for like half an hour, but you'll be back. You're still streaming. Oh, it's nice chatting with you, of course. Good luck with Leak Code. Thank you. I may also end the stream soon too. I kind of want to solve this problem maybe before I go. Since I have been streaming for a long time, and it's probably time for me to do something else. But some people are listening in the background, so I will entertain you for another few minutes. Cross join students and subjects to get all possible student subject pairs. What does that mean? Left join with examinations account actual attendance. Use count examinations subject name to count how many times each student attended each subject. Wait, what? What is that? Select student ID, name, subject name, count subject name as attended exams. Oh. Hi, Nikki. Happy 200, thank you. We just reached it today. It's very exciting. In the meanwhile, I've just been celebrating with forcing myself to prepare for job applications and interviews, but still, 201 people is amazing and welcome. Um, from students, cross join subjects.sub. I don't know what this means. Left join examinations E. That's very complicated. Um, hmm. Hey, maybe that's why I didn't know how to do this. It's because it involved a cross join and I never learned what that is. Perhaps it was too hard of a problem to solve because I didn't know how to, what the concept of it was. Good to know. But how's everyone doing, though? How you doing, Nikki? I think for this kind of question, I probably will have to watch a video of somebody explaining how to break it down to different steps because I think maybe what my problem is I'm just jumping into it too quickly. So then when I start writing the solution out, then I get confused. Huh. And they're grouping things differently too than what I did, so it's really confusing. This might mean I need to start over on the question because I don't know what I did. That's very weird. Um, hmm. So you grab the student's information, the subject. Huh. Maybe I should have started with that first. I must have done this in the wrong order. Welcome back, Digging for Gold. I'm still solving my question. I think based on what it's not ChatGPT, it's Copilot. What it's saying is I think I was using the wrong table for most of the stuff. And I didn't join any tables either, which kind of means that I was skipping information I shouldn't have been. Okay. I don't know what cross join is though. You've been lurking. Oh, hello, welcome back. A cross join in SQL is like saying, give me every possible combination of rows from two tables. It's also called a Cartesian join. Oh boy. Oh, that makes sense though, why they're saying I have to do that though. Okay. Oh, thank you for the emojis. That's really nice. The kissing emoji and the lurking emoji. That's very nice. I am still stuck. Um, I think conceptually I understand at least the first half of the solution now, though. Now the second part, why does it say left join examinations E? So they're matching student IDs from both of the tables and they're Matching subject names. That's confusing. Okay. I almost pasted my advertisement to Copilot. Oops. This is how everyone should study for technical interviews. They do a live stream and they study. Group by student ID, student name, subject name. Oh boy. Order by student ID, subject name. Wow. My brain is gonna crash out. Is it still a wrist every 5 minutes? Oh, it's every 5 subscribers. I guess it's a little bit misleading for me to say every 5 because we don't know what that means, but 5 subscribers. Well, I understand the question and the answer now, but I think if I try to reproduce this, I will probably not know what I'm doing, but let's try it though. I'm gonna start over. Okay, we're gonna try this again. So select, already blanked out, but the final result says it's supposed to have a student ID, and I'm gonna assume they probably mean the students table, so we will try that. I'm gonna do the name. Okay, I'm gonna just try to remember what I saw. So it says student ID, student name, subject name, and that was incorrect. Okay. Because I made a typo. Wrong answer. Okay. Order by students dot student ID ascending. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, well, I think I'm going to end the stream since it has been a while, but we will do one more giveaway since we did hit 200. If anyone wants to enter, you can type in the chat. And then, yeah, that'll probably be it for today. I think this question I'm going to have to study a little bit more. It's for some reason I'm not understanding it still. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do that. Microwaving eggs is way faster than boiling them. You just did it. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they explode inside the microwave? Yeah, it does explode. Wishing you luck on that question. Oh, thank you. And it only took like 30 seconds, but it's gonna explode. No, it doesn't. That's AI. I'll understand the question. I mean, I understand the solution now, but actually, like, reproducing it is kind of the thing that I think I still need to work on. Oh, wait. No, wait, I got it right. Hold on. Hey, well, maybe I will finish before the stream is over. Yeah, so if anyone wants to enter, if you've just been sitting here listening in the background, you can speak now. Keep the eggs covered with a paper towel, then it'll be fine. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't usually microwave eggs, so I would not know anything about eggs, but I have heard about them exploding before, or I've seen that somewhere. So I would assume that means you should be careful. Anyway, digging for gold, congratulations. I think you may need to remind me what your username is. Yay, I know. Very exciting. Right, okay, but what is your username? I can just search it up. Okay, thank you very much. And yeah, thank you to everyone for coming to the stream today. I know it was kind of a long one, but I just kind of started to slow down at the end, so I don't want to like have all of us just waiting here forever and all that. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be more giveaways very soon. I've been pretty active right now with streaming, so if you didn't win today, there'll be more chances. So don't worry about it. You will have chances to win if you keep coming and participating. And that's what I've done when I was collecting my wrists. I would just go to a lot of giveaways, listen in the background, and then eventually, you win. So, anyway, have a good day or night, everyone. Hope to see you around soon. And